We're keeping it dark and digital here on a new day. The sun is new each day, as we all know. Heraclitus, Artist Journal, October 11th, 2022, Berlin. My name is Adrian Pocobelli. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I think it was the episode from 2 episodes ago, where the Solidified Dream episode. There's a lot more where that came from. Again, I think the NFTs ground this show, and then we go wherever it's interesting and wherever it's relevant. This is a public artist journal, not a news program, by design. It has been designed where I can go wherever I want without really kind of upsetting the format. So again, welcome back. I'm going to try and keep these shorter, though, because I think sometimes they go on a little longer than I would like. So I'm doing a little more editing. But don't worry, everybody will eventually be on here, more or less. So here we go. One Bit Necro, finally, is on the program with this, I was looking at One Bit Necro's work, and it's like cyberpunk is kind of how it feels, like this retro technology, the Nokia phone. We're going to look at a whole bunch of it. But first, let's just give a couple of thank yous this time, not many. Cover your eyes if you are sensitive to flashing lights. Joe Rogan's dad and Crypto Ronin. I listed this at 3:10 Berlin time, and it was sold out by 3:11. I mean, only an edition of 3, and I only sold 2. Still felt good. Feels good, man. So thank you, ravers. And a couple of more. Crush and Maestro Museum picked up Snow. I raised the price now to Pi 3.16. I might do that. I thought it was kind of an interesting sales technique. I mean, one of a billion different techniques you could do, but where you make it cheap the first day and then just to get some sales, and then after that it's more expensive. Other people have done that. So anyways, just an idea. Haiti Rocket. So remember the notification issue? People weren't getting his notifications on Object when he put a new artwork. I think there's other artists that I'm not getting notifications from. Like, the notifications are not great, and so I'm missing stuff because I follow like over 200 artists. It's like 201 artists. So I can't follow everybody and go to their page every day. So hopefully they kind of sort that out. Here is a solution. If you think your notifications might not be getting sent out, Sean Luke sent this out to Haiti. Please log out, clear cache twice, and log back in. And Haiti twice. Clear cache twice, just to make sure, and log back in. So if you think you might be having issues with that, there is a solution for you. Huge news. This is interesting. Versum, they have integrated with Object finally. We are happy to announce, this is Object, that Versum official items are now tradable on Object.com. In addition, the Versum Marketplace listings and offers is also integrated, so you don't need to relist everything. Like, I don't know if you had to do that with Taya. I don't think you did. So that's great. So we're going to see a bit more Versum stuff here. And couple of other things, just a couple of market sort of things. So in cross-chain, that whole theme, Ezra Eslin, who you might remember from the grill here and the Piano on Fire, it's just interesting to see her work and the price disparity, really. Last 2 hours and 45 minutes for her auction for this work here. It was my ghost order, so I don't have a great copy, but look at that, 0.65 ETH. And on Object, I mean, her work is going for a significant amount, 169 Tezos. I mean, that's not a sale, though. Of course, that's just what someone has listed it for. But if you look, I mean, 15 Tezos. Okay, but you do see the disparity there, right? Also, just on the cross-chain theme, Cyber Mystic, or Marcelo Pinel, has gotten a bid for 2.69 for this awesome work. Seems like a steal right now at these prices. Let's see, remember this one? So 2.69 ETH is the bid. So serious coin, what is that? Like $3,000, $3,500 US, which apparently is worth a lot these days. Also, Die with the Most Likes sold a work to NFT 500 for 8 ETH, another $10,000 sale for Die with the Most Likes. So Things are happening out there despite the bear market. And this is something I wanted to bring up, which is, remember we were talking yesterday, for those that watched, Admire was saying how galleries had been excluded from the scene. And I was sort of like, I don't think so. They can set up. Let me show you how, in case you haven't, because I think Die with the most likes gives an excellent example of how you can set up a gallery on Object. You see this? The creators here are Die with the most likes and Fake Whale. So this is what you do with your artist. You get your artist to mint it, but when you're minting, let's just go create. When you are minting, so you put your file here, you fill everything in. When you're adding the royalties, you can add other people. So the artist will set their royalties at whatever they want, not necessarily 5%, and then the gallery can set their royalties at whatever they want, and the artist puts it in, and and that's it. And so the benefit for the artist having a gallery is, well, the gallery is either going to be promoting them, or they are going to be showing their work in IRL or a physical gallery and what have you, showing them at an art fair. So there is incentive. I mean, again, Fake Whale Cross made a deal with Die with the most likes. And finally on this point, so it's completely 100% doable. Maybe people haven't realized. And look at this. You go to Fake Whale's account and you see the works here too. So it's on Die with the most likes page as well as Fake Whale Cross. And here's your gallery. Here is your gallery. So I just think that's how you do it, and what was it? What else? Oh, and imagine this, remember Gabby Walter, the Mona Lisa? Let's see if we can find Gabby, going on the fly here. Gabby, here we go. Remember what Gabby Walter did, which is putting a physical painting up for sale? Oil painting inspired by Mona Lisa, made it a one of one. The owner of the token will get the original painting. I mean, if I was a physical art gallery, this is what I'm doing. And then again, you do the same thing with your artist, and it's whatever deal you have with the artist. The only thing is you'll have to be transparent as to the royalties, and if you have different deals with different artists in your gallery, they're going to see that. That's the only drawback, but the benefit, I mean, would Gabby Walter have sold this painting sitting at home if he hadn't listed it on Object? It'd probably still be sitting there. Instead, he sold it for 300 Tezos within a week. Okay, 28th of September it was listed, 1st of October it sold, and that offer even came in from Lagojo for 138, okay, and sold for 230. So that is how you do it. So back to One Bit Necro. Zero excuses, right, for galleries like they are. Is that being excluded is my question again. So this is a new work. Now, I should have brought up One Bit Necro's Twitter, because this work here, I'm going to give you a little bit of alpha. If you go to One Bit Necro's page, and One Bit Necro is a weird artist. I discovered from Kurt Hustle Collective's collection months ago, and I just kind of was like, oh, this is something to pay attention to. It's almost got a kind of dark cyberpunk sort of feel to it, for lack of better words. Look at this though. This is your alpha. Live SMS Textasy 01, a Textasy of Blips SMS. Hello everyone, 20 editions, 15 Tezos each. This is a secret token. So maybe there's something to this. And if you look at the piece, let's just look at the piece here. It's pretty awesome. It really, at first it's weird and then it grows on you. And then you see how intricate One Bit Necro's work is. First of all, the frame. This almost feels like some sort of digital magical, thing, portal thing. Then you have the ASCII noise in the background, and then you have a Nokia phone done in 1-bit kind of that pattern, what I want to call bitmap pattern style. And then a green screen, look at how many decisions. I mean, it kind of looks like there's a lot going on here. And then you look at the actual images. These kind of haunted, weird kind of portraits, the Mickey Mouse, the party, the dark heart. You put it all together, there's a lot going on in here. And so I was like, do we have any more information on who One Bit Necro is? And this is also interesting. So you look at the Twitter, NecroPixel, again, this dark, retro tech and roses. Dot Matrix Underworld. And look at this. More alpha here. Balmain Army, Fall Winter. Artist, I assume that's what the paintbrush means, at Balmain. And I've seen a couple, so this looks like some impressive fashion design from Paris. Balmain. And here you go, you got so I've seen, I don't know if it was a Gucci creative designers on Tezos too. Like this is, so just more kind of encouraging news for all us NFT geeks on Tezos that, the fashion crowd are maybe into what we're up to here, as they should be, in my humble opinion. So this is other work by One Bit Necro. Let me just bring up their main page. This is, I'm going to show us all this work. But let's just go, let me just show you what their kind of overview looks like. So a mysterious, you got some 8x8 works here, but like you get awesome works like this. This is the first one I ever bought. A diskette. They're just mysterious. This looks like ID, kind of, again, I think of like Neuromancer or something. Like this is cyberpunk, Let's just see. Windows 95, Occult. Sometimes these give clues, the hashtags here. So small too, 408 by 528 pixels, 1 Bitcoin series, blue chip boot.disk. You get it for 8. Nice piece. This poetic rose work with this elongated face. So just one of the strangest artists on the platform, in my opinion. An acquired taste, but once you taste, One Bit Necro's work, you kind of really pay attention, just like this poetic work. Normally you might think of a rose and blood as cliche, but not here at all. It's kind of mysterious and strange. Freeware Invoke, it came in the mail. So again, retro technology. Interesting use of color too. VHS tape, same theme. Interesting how they make this label and it kind of bleeds. Right? Static Tears. I love the titles too. VHS.gif here. The VHS Agency series. And this is just another mysterious one. This one's static with an old phone. So you see the theme. I think just really cool. Midnight Drive. Here's another one. Mothman Numbers. So the deeper you go with One Bit Necro, the more you find. And here's a Mothman guy at the end of this, cryptic, very, very cryptic, animation here. This was a great one, only for 3 Tezos. I might have to pick this up here. 5.25-inch disc. So again, retro tech with, just a little bit of color and darkness and this kind of 1-bit on and off pixel work. This one's beautiful, 588. I think cheap considering just how exotic and baroque almost this stuff is. Maybe that's the wrong word. But anyways, this bleeding retro tech, there's nothing like it. So that is One Bit Necro, long overdue, and I'm sure we'll come back. So new work, you might want to check it out. Something might be going on. So Echo, who's also Sabato, put out a new glitch ROM, Echo of the Dolphin Extinction. So just a very abstract work here. So interesting. This was just minted. So again, we think of Haiti Rocket with the glitch ROMs, Echo, and there's also Glitchtown Arcade with a new work, Headcracker, corrupted with RTC. That is a popular ROM corruptor, if I remember right. I was looking at ROM corruptors a couple of months ago. Glitchtown Arcade, I think you need a PC computer, by the way, I think. Or maybe you run a simulation on your Mac, but that takes up a bunch of space. Anyways, just a couple of glitch ROM works. This is by Glitchtown Arcade. I saw this on Twitter and just thought it was a bit of a head turner. This came out back in April. This is by Cute Words, and I thought it was just like a cool animation. It's an MP4. I wonder if this would work slightly better as a GIF, just to have that kind of pure GIF, but I'm not sure it makes a huge difference, and maybe there's music or something. I don't hear any, though. So anyways, interesting head-turning work from Cute Words. New artist, Byte by Bit, pixel geometric abstract animation, new for me, by the way. But this turned my head when I went to their Twitter current project using 1988 Fantavision animation. So I've never heard of that. And 1988 PC Paint 3.1 DOS. So you can just see some of the work here. So just kind of more edgy pixel work, which is kind of our theme today, edgy pixel work. So pretty cool audio, actually. Pixel geometric and animation, current project. So yeah, I mean, almost looks like the beginning of a computer game or of a program there, just like they did back then. Here is Byte by Bit using the software. So, and I'm kind of big on the tools here, so I like to show these screenshots and the work in progress. So just kind of interesting. Looks like a pretty challenging software to use. Nice interface. Here's just another work. Okay, monochrome, Byte by Bit. Byte by Bit. Here is just a quick scan of their work, and they're releasing actually quite a few. This came out yesterday, I believe. So quite a few has been released. One of ones. And they're still available for 10. So if you like the artist, you can get one of ones for really cheap here. So pretty cool. François Gamma. So we see Versum is now on Object, so we can buy these works finally without having to hunt for them on Versum. So probably a wise move by Versum, in my estimation. Otherwise, I think Versum might have just slowly just... people would have, I'm just thinking they would have used it less and less, but now it's like Teia, where you can keep using it, and it's just a way, it kind of sends its own message, the platform that you mint on. So anyways, interesting geometric pixel work. There are a few, we've got 3 or 4 of them. So very simple concept here by François Gamma, just pretty pixel work. I like the black background, I think that really helps. Haiti picked one up. Again, you see our small community here. Here is another one. Let's just see. So Mumu the Stan, who I've seen before too. So my computer, here we go. So just a simple animation pixel work here. Nice little experiments. Going for 3 Tezos. You see it on a gray background. You see the power of the black actually in contrast, but I mean, this gives its own feel. So interesting, geometric too. You see the white background. So we're learning here too, along with François Gamma through this process. You see just the impact. So just very interesting, Geo 5. And here was just a work I saw that I just thought was kind of interesting. This is by, I think, a Japanese artist, Kazuhiro Ehara, and it's just a mix of a bunch of stuff, digital art and pixels. Make digital things based in Tokyo. And another interesting aspect of this, so this is the Renaissance of the Flowerlessness, and this is Renaissance of the Flowerlessness raw. Okay, so you almost see, because with digital we can remix, right? And we almost don't take advantage of that enough. And so I just kind of liked how this work was morphing. I thought it was kind of an original work as well. So I thought, hey, let's give Kazuhiro Ehara a nod here. There is his work based in Tokyo. So just kind of interesting dude, I assume. Strange Thing makes a huge sale here. I believe it was 1,000 Tezos for this AI work. What was it called again? It had a good, The Devil Wears Nike. So obviously a play on The Devil Wears Prada. Went to Clown Vamp for 1,000. So how long did it take? It took 14 minutes for Clown Vamp to make the offer. So 1,000 Tezos, what is that? $1,400 US. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Strange Thing came out, sold for $1,000, my new all-time high, thanks to the amazing Dawn of Clowns Clown Vamp AI art inspired by the Mandela effect of fashion and modern items appearing in the wrong era. So very cool work here. Very moody work. Very nice work by Freaking Hell. I'm trying to think of the Renaissance painting that this reminds me of. Freaking Hell continues to turn my head a little bit here. I mean, these are really nicely rendered figures. Again, AI, I just think this just impresses me, okay? And the thing is, and I mentioned this on an earlier episode, like oil painting isn't that difficult. And I keep saying that, so I'm going to have to, at some point, give a 10-minute lecture on how to oil paint. It's actually, you could probably do it in 5. I mean, I don't want to, I'll get some tools. We'll do it one time when we have some oil painting sort of theme. This wouldn't be hard to reproduce in oil paint, is my point, and do a pretty convincing job of it. So anyways, maybe it works better digital. You get these cool little static lines, but I just thought this was nice. Went for 5 Tezos, 1 of 1. So tons of deals out there. Some of Freaking Hell's recent work, again, has this cool kind of Renaissance, kind of, I guess, Christian theme here. A lot of kind of Jesus figures. So it looks like a lot of Italian Renaissance painting. Clown Vamp weighing in on AI and 1 of 1 season is on. The level of work coming out right now is hot. Recent collects Lilac Colored Funk by Evelyn O. So this one here, so these are AI works. Maya en Coulisses by A111, ACO11DO. Another interesting work, would make a beautiful modern painting. The Devil Wears Nike by Strange Thing, which we just looked at. And Ganbrood's 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. Love that. I have a whole series called Promoted Stories, which plays on those whole promoted stories that you find in ads. I did a show, that was my first show in Berlin, actually, called Promoted Stories. I did these huge printed out works that I made on my phone, though, anyway. So something for another time. So Clown Vamp's getting bullish on 1 of 1 AI work, and also Clown Vamp's art. 4 new pieces in his Detective Jack novel, the Choose Your Own Adventure murder mystery series happening over the month of October, so a Halloween theme. So here are some of just his recent works. And remember, we looked at the process of Clown Vamp, which is extremely elaborate, literally like thousands of iterations. So here are your results. So interesting, just telling his story through AI. So fascinating. And you see like these AI, distortions that he is running with and embracing. So I always pay attention to what Clown Vamp is up to. He takes it very seriously and he puts his money where his mouth is. Very interesting. I love the pink and blue clouds. It just gets more and more exciting. The murder scene, this looks like a psycho kind of bathtub shower thing. So anyways, interesting work from Clown Vamp. Another AI work, Genesis Drop-On Foundation from Scandal, that's called Scandal, who's part of that MAIF AI collective. So we can assume this is an AI work. Again, pretty impressive looking work and probably saved a lot of time with the AI. Reserved at 0.15, first of the Parks collection. So playing with Parks. So Scandal. Javier Tomeo making another appearance here with his fantastic botanical landscape work. Here are some more. 1 of 1 collection is available on Foundation. So just really, really cool. And look at that. So interesting. Another one from Varia AI. So again, has this kind of plant theme that works really well in Varia's trademark fashion here. A new one from The Isolationist, who is now on Super Rare, called Mastery. Trying to think of what this reminds me of. I think it reminds me of other Isolationist works. That's what it reminds me of. So very cool. Interesting fills here, making a nice contrast. These pink sort of solid flat fills contrasting with the depth and all the multicolors. Very nice. And finally, a generative art, which I generally don't do, not out of design, but just because I can't cover everything. GM, if you love computer art, from Eco33. So I just liked it, and it turned my head. So here you go. And that, my friends, is your show. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay productive and take care.